I'd like to share with you on this week's Parshas Nosoi something very beautiful from the Rebbe's father, Rabbi Yitzchok Zatzal. This week's Parsha, we have the beautiful bracha from the Koyanim, the priesthood family that benches Bnei Yisrael, Bichas Koyanim. The pasuk starts off, the Eibishter says to the Koyanim, Koi Savaruchu as Bnei Yisrael. Like this, Koi, you should bench Bnei Yisrael. And then it says 3 psukim. Everything in Torah is exact. Why was there 3 psukim? Not 2, not 4. The Gemara learns out many beautiful explanations from the word koi, chof hei. And here the Rebbe's father is going to teach us something really beautiful. Every Yid has a neshama and a body, and a guf. The guf on its own is a physical object. On its own, doesn't have any connection to Hashem in a revealed sense. And the neshama is the one that gives and nourishes the body, elevates the body in its relationship to Hashem. A person, in general, has three ways how he serves Hashem. And you will see this corresponds to the 3 verses. Number 1, a person does mitzvahs, his action. The next level a person has to have also Torah, learning Torah. And that elevates his mind, his heart. And then the 3rd level, which a Yid has to have, which is Mesiras Nefesh. A person totally devotes himself to Hashem and gives his life to Hashem. These 3 feelings and actions and nourishment come from the neshama. Now, it explains the Chassidus. I'm not going to go into great details. A very interesting thing. We have Hashem, which is called the name Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. And then there are other names of Hashem. And it explains the Chassidus that when you have a unity, a yichud of the name Havaya, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, with the name Eheyeh, Aleph Hey Yud Hey, then that symbolizes the level of Mesiras Nefesh. If you have a connection, a yichud of Havaya with Elokim, that symbolizes the connection that a person has Torah. That's the energy from your neshama that you should be able to understand Torah with your mind and your heart. When the neshama wants to affect the body in a way of doing mitzvahs, that's called Yichud Adonai, Aleph Daled Nun Yud. It talks in many places. Chassidus, not going to go into it now. You can learn in Tofashayim Beis, Barichas about it. So here, Rabbi Yitzchok says, this is what the 3 brachas that we get from the Kohanim. 1 bracha is going on, the Yichud from Havaya, Eya, which is a person should have Mesiras Nefesh. A Yichud Havaya Lekim goes on Torah, that's the 2nd bracha. The 3rd bracha, Yichud Havaya Adnai, and that is a person is motivated to do mitzvahs. All comes from the neshama. These 3 sources of energy. Now here you see how beautiful. Says Rabbi Yitzchok. That's why there's 3. Now, if you take these 3 brachas, these 3 names, Havaya Eya is 8 letters. Havaya Lakim for Torah is 9 letters together. Havaya Adnai for mitzvahs is another 8 letters. Add up the letters together. How many in total of these 3 levels of Mesiras Nefesh, Torah, and mitzvahs? 8, 9, and 8 adds up to 25. And this is the hint, said Rabbi Yitzchok. Koi Savaruchu. Koi is 25. 25, this is the bracha that I want you to give. A Jew should have bishleimus. The person should be totally devoted to Hashem, permeated with all these 3 elements. He should have the bracha from his neshama that should affect him. He should have Mesiras Nefesh. He should have the effect from the neshama that a person should learn Torah. And a person should also have the effect from the neshama to do mitzvahs. Yichud Havaya Eye, Havaya Elikim, Havaya Adne, Koisav Baruch, and then I'll have all three brachas, and that's when a Jew becomes completely devoted to Hashem. Permeates him from head to toe. There's so much more to talk about. Other explanations why Koi goes a Malchus, and we have to affect the Malchus, but we'll leave it for another time. But this explains why there's three brachas, and a hint in the number 25, Koisav Baruch Hu, hinting to these three levels, the energy from the neshama for Mesiras Nefesh, Torah, and Mitzvah.